Welcome to SufiVoice.com, the voice of humanity. Verse 5 of Rubaiyat. Iram indeed is gone with all its rose, and Jamshed serving cup where no one knows. But still the wine her ancient ruby yields, and still a garden by the water blows. Now let us try to explore the meaning behind those words. Iram is considered to be an ancient city which flourished once, full of wealth and luxurious environment, fruits and flowers. And it was later on destroyed by God as people had become wicked and turned against God. So the poet is referring to this city and says, Aram's indeed is gone with all its roses. So the word rose here talks about its luxurious environment and resources. In the second sentence, the poet says, and Jamshed's serving cup where no one knows. So Jamshed happens to be a very famous Persian king who is known to bring in civilization in his times. He was the one to culture the society, and he had the habit of preserving the grapes in the barren. And when they had preserved this grapes for a longer duration, the grapes got fermented. And initially, the king Jamshid thought that it was poison, and no one was allowed to touch it. So it was kept in his room labeled poison. One of the king's wives, frustrated with life, wanted to end her life, and seeing the label of poison on the vessel, had consumed it. Ironically, the wife did not die but got up after a sound sleep, refreshed. Seeing the significance of this drink, she started consuming it and emptied all the vessels that were filled and labeled with poison. Later on, the king came to know what had happened, and they started to prepare wine as we know today. So here the poet is referring to the bowl which was considered to have some sort of magical or supernatural powers has gone. But still the wine her ancient ruby yields. So he is referring to the act of making wine, though the bowl or the cup has vanished, but the process of making wine is still intact today, and still a garden by the water blows. So in the ancient times, so it was very natural for magicians to use a bowl of water and to gaze on the water to predict the future. So the poet is talking about that act of gazing the future by looking at the bowl of water.